welcome. If you- This short guide is going to walk you through one of the most important parts of the app. Over here, we have the dashboard, the AI agent, invoicing, expense module. If you don't know about invoicing, you can go back to my previous videos to learn more. So now we are dealing with expense, and this is the expense module interface, also known as expense tracking. At the top right corner, we have the refresh button, export, add expense, add bill, and upload button. And at the down part, we have the add manually. This is where you add expense manually. You add a bill, you import from bank. You don't need to worry, you don't need to be an expert in accounting or in dealing with numbers because Digitbooks have made everything simple, clean, and user friendly. So let's get started. The first one is add manually, which is add expense. As a business owner, manager, freelancer, whether I'm working in an SME or whatever, so far I'm dealing with Digitbooks. What you just need here is to add your expense. Expense are things that you purchase, you get over time, and you need to be accountable for it. You don't need it's not everything you write on paper. So Digitbooks here will help you to add everything and you can go back to track it. That's why it's called expense tracking. Now, here's how you go about it. You come down here, you add expense. You click on this green button where you can see add expense. So once you click on add expense, it brings out a box where you have the expense name, the date, amount, category, payment method, upload receipt. And after you're done with all of these, you can now come down here to save expense. So now, expense. Expense name, anything you want, you purchased, you got, you you were involved in any form of transaction. Expense name. So I go with branding and date. The day you purchased it. Let's say I purchased it today. The amount, the category, which that expense fall under. The payment method. We have here cash, card, bank transfer, order. And here you can upload receipts for proper accountability. So this is where you browse your file and so once you open it, it reflects here. So after you have done with all of this documentation, you can then come down here to save your expense. So once you save your expense, you can see the page now. So the page is total expense, top category, which is the recent expense you've documented, and also this month, which is what the summation of all the monetary value under expense for this month. And here we have the expense breakdown, which is the chart showing you the categories of whatever expenses you have documented. And at the right corner, we have the expenses versus budget chart. So this expenses versus budget chart is just showing the comparison between what you purchased and what you budgeted for what you purchased. So just follow me. So now down here we have the expenses, branding, which is description is category, vendor, and So down here you can see the table for what you just documented. Now we have the date, description, category, vendor, payment method, amount, actions. And you can also connect your bank to automatically import your expenses from your bank or credit card. Here you can search expenses using the date description and the vendor and also the category. You can also filter through the categories, and here we have all methods, which is cash, card, bank transfer order, and the date range also. And you can also export it in Excel format. So now we're done with adding
Digitbooks expense module.
expenses. We're going to the bills section. And for this bills section, you come to this top left and click on bills. So when you click on bills, this page is going to come up, and in this page we have the bills, recurring bills. The difference between bills and recurring bills is that these recurring bills are bills that have been given a particular time frame, frequency to reoccur. So that's why it's called recurring bills. It's just like when you're making subscription monthly, weekly, annually. So that's the difference between bills and recurring bills. And here you have the search icon. You can add bill over here. Then we have the total bills, bills due in 30 days, amount due. So you can also sort your bill by the due date. Also in what? Ascending or descending manner. Then we also have this table here where we have all bills. These all bills include both the normal bill and the recurring bill, unpaid bills, and paid bills. So, as a user, I want to add a bill. So once I click on this add bill, this page is going to pop up. So here we have the vendor name or existing vendor, issue date. This is the day you want the bill to what? To start working. You want to start implementing the bill. I also have the due date. The due date is when you want the bill to elapse. We have the amount, description of the bill is optional, additional note to optional, and here you can attach a document for accountability purpose, and you can also make the bill recurring. You just come here and toggle the button on. So now let's go up. This is the vendor name. So the issue date, if you want to start today, it's fine by you, depends on you. Then the due date, the amount for the bill, the description can carry any information, depends on you. Then the additional notes, and when you come down here, you can attach a document. So I can just go to my download document to attach, like maybe a receipt or anything. So once I've chosen that, it's going to reflect here. Then make recurring is optional. You can toggle it on and toggle it off. And one beautiful thing about this make recurring is that it keeps on updating you that you have a recurring bill every time. So when you are done documenting, you come down here to create the bill. So this is unpaid. We also have a table for unpaid. So once you go to that table for unpaid, you're going to see it as unpaid. because it's what a bill from today to next month, and we already have a paid bill which has been documented before now. So this is the simplest and easiest way you can use this section for your what for your good. And also, thirdly, we have upload bank statement. So this upload bank statement works like you don't want to what input it manually. You click on upload, you come down here to browse through your files, then you open. And now that it has reflected, you come down here to what process statement. So after processing statement, you save the what? The expense. So you can see here bank statement process successful. So the bank statement you uploaded successfully is going to reflect here. Last but not the least, you can see the expense breakdown. Because we have other expenses, it has broken them down to each page attached to each of the categories. In as much as you are doing all this, then you come here to export your what the document for your use. So once you click on this export button, you see that's already exported your data. So that's all for this expense module. And I also like to make mention of the actions button. Under this actions button, you can edit expense and delete expense. And you can refresh your page. You can what export in Excel format. After you have done uploading your bank statement, then we'll take a quick review of all what we have talked so far. Here we have the total expenses this month. And is just giving a clear comparison between this month and the previous month, how well you are doing. And this section just what educates you more on how you are spending your money. You also have the breakdown, expense breakdown chart. You have the expenses versus budget chart. So this chart will be what will be operational when we get to the budgeting tool, so that there will be what a clear comparison between expenses versus budget. Then we have the table here, and you can also connect to your bank from this section. You can also filter the table via all categories, all methods, and data range. And you can also come here to add vendors manually. So you can click on add vendor. You have the vendor name, email, phone, address, and description. This allows you to be able to work in. That's all we have for you in the expense tracking module. I hope you are able to learn more from this presentation, and see you in the next presentation. Thanks.